Healthinistas, and welcome to my channel 50 something. This channel is for the overall well-being of people 50 and older. But don't worry, if you're in your teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s, you can still apply a lot of the content. Today what I want to tackle is procrastination. Stop procrastinating. You weren't born a procrastinator. You just trained yourself to be a procrastinator. So I'm going to show you how procrastination affects your health and your wallet. Let's start. First of all, let's say that you have a condition that's either precancerous or cancerous and you procrastinate. You know there's something wrong, but you procrastinate. Oh, I'll go to the doctor. I'll go to the doctor. And you just postpone it, postpone it, postpone it. And by the time you make it to the doctor, it's at a later stage. So they have to tackle it aggressively. Had you not procrastinated, they could have caught it at an earlier stage. The next example is, let's say that you've gone to the doctor and the doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic. That's a lot of you that are listening to me right now. I'm pre-diabetic. So instead of going home, not me personally, I'm talking as if I were you. So instead of going home and changing your diet, what you do is you still eat the same way that you eat because, oh, he didn't say I was diabetic, he said I was pre-diabetic. And so you don't change the way you eat. And before you know it, you have type 2 diabetes because you postponed eating right. Another example is if you've been told to lose some weight. Your doctor has advised you over and over and over again, lose some weight. Why is your health not that important to you? If the doctor has advised you to lose weight, lose the weight. And then if you postpone it and postpone it and postpone it, it leads to high blood pressure, which can lead to heart disease and kidney disease. Take care of yourself. Another example is, let's say you have a sore and you keep postponing it. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's nothing. And you do nothing, absolutely nothing about it. And then it ends up getting maybe worse, and who knows, might even lead to amputation. Stop procrastinating. It affects your health. Another example would be if you've been told, hey, your cholesterol level has been creeping up. So instead of changing the way you eat, you continue to eat saturated fats, high cholesterol foods, and then before you know it, you're on statins because your cholesterol is too high and you postponed changing the way that you eat. Listen, you only have one body. Take good care of that body starting today. If you need to lose weight, start now. If you need to decrease the amount of salt that you eat, the amount of the high cholesterol foods and saturated fats, do that starting today. Your health is more important than anything. The second thing that I want to tackle with procrastination is procrastination wastes your money. How's that, you might ask? Okay, so let's say that you don't pay your bills on time. Well, what happens is that if you look at the due date, after the due date, there's a higher amount that you pay. So if you don't pay your bills on time, or you don't pay your taxes on time, you have interest added to it, and that means you're spending more money. You work hard for your money. Why would you want to throw that away by giving somebody else more money in interest and added fees? The other example is because you're not paying your bills on time, guess what happens to your credit score? That's right. Your credit score goes down. Then the next time you want to buy a house or buy a car, if they approve you at all, Sometimes you might not be approved because your credit score is so low. But if it's fair and they approve you, guess what you're going to do? You're going to pay more than I would because your interest rate is going to be higher because your credit score was fair and not good. So that's another way you're wasting money. Another way you're wasting money is rebates. You know, they count on procrastinators not to send in those rebates. So let's say you're going to get a $30 rebate. I guarantee you, if both you and me buy the same thing, I'm sending in my rebate right away. If you procrastinate and don't send in yours, guess what? You paid $30 more than I did. You wasted money. Thing is opening your mail. Why do procrastinators not open their mail? The mail is sent to you. It could be something important. Open your mail because you can lose out on potential money. You may have had a check sent to you, but just by looking at the envelope, you're like, oh, I'll look at it later. And then you're going to end up missing out on getting that cashed in time and losing out on money altogether. Open your mail. And then the last thing I want to talk about in terms of you wasting money by procrastinating is, let's say there's a little leak in your house or your apartment and you ignore it and you ignore it. That little leak will turn to hundreds of dollars or even thousands if you don't take care of it. So stop procrastinating. So let's say you've been procrastinating all your adult life. Okay, you can start today. Here are my tips that I want to give you to cut down on procrastination. First of all, make a short list that you can accomplish and check off. Secondly, pick one thing a week that you can do ahead of time. You know it's due in about 2 weeks, but pay it off in about a week or send that birthday card ahead of time. Now, even though I'm getting on you about that, I do procrastinate on birthdays and I'm getting better on that. So, but especially with bills, I do not procrastinate on bills. So make sure that you take one thing a week and take care of it way ahead of time than when it's due. When it comes to bills, let me advise you, the greatest thing that got invented was electronic bill pay. Your bank offers it. So go in and set up your electronic bill pay for all of your payments. Even if they tell you they have their own website where you can pay electronically, a lot of times you have to pay if you go to that company's website. Let your bank take care of it. It's not a problem. You don't have to pay anything. What I do, and this is the advice I'll give you, the month before, towards the end of the month, get a large calendar, right? A desk calendar or on the wall, and schedule all your bills for the month. And then go into your bank account and electronically schedule those by the dates they're due. Even if you do it the day that it's due, it will get taken care of. Your bank will even take care of cutting checks and mailing it so that that company can get it on time. You will never be late for a payment again. So do that. And by doing that, here's the added bonus. In 6 months, you will see by paying your bills on time that your credit score has gone up. And with that is less interest rate that you have to pay on things. So if you're a procrastinator, try some of these tips that I've given you and leave me comments about it. Also, if you have other tips for procrastinators, leave those in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. If whatever you see me wearing, if you would like to purchase any of the items that you see me wearing, you can go to my website, 50somethingoriginal.com, and purchase that. So until next time, doing something is better than nothing. Don't forget to subscribe.